things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Bruins will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
And here comes the offense on second down. On the ground, it's Gordon. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This is a design run. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Quarterback on the keeper. He didn't quite make it to the sticks, and it'll bring up a 4th down from the 42.
And, man, they sneaked the option in there on 3rd and long. And I don't know, was that a misread? Like, do you get the ball to your tailback? Like, it was pretty well defended. They had the quarterback swallowed up. He got some yards, but now you're forced into a 4th down, and this might be a passing situation.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. 4th down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does, winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
Finds a crease at the 20. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed. And he
got some room in to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Quickly complete. Gets away from one, finds room. There he goes. Running inside the 20. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
He's looking to pass. Back's looking for the goal line. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. 2nd and goal for the offense. Slams it ahead. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. The give. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bruins!
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
And they tacked on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affects.
Turning it on. Got it in the middle. It's Rojas. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Using his legs, it's Gordon. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Give to the back. Running into the open space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
That pass falls incomplete, and it wraps up an entertaining first. Both offenses doing damage. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period will be a second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. The short hands, it's Gordon. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to keep the field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Dead center perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's caught. It's Brown. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Bruins come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. The Bruins lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the right. Finding an escape route. Oh, he's got some space. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, UCLA!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Nebraska endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Memorial Stadium, and the Huskers came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is still a W. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lewis. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Offense gets set for second down. Trying play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. We want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And they've converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but a third and long is a different animal. Caught over the middle. It's Lewis. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
Trying to find the end zone. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that, no gain on the play.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
All right, nice job, defense. Backs against the wall. You did your job setting up fourth down. Just be careful, though, because this is a team that's shown they can fake field goals. Your guys have to be alert.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds space on the right. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you
Looking to take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
He's down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a first down as they try to score one late in the half. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And he's really proven to this defense that he's just not a one-trick pony. He can beat you through the air, and now he can do this. Now he can take off and scramble, move the sticks, get his first down for his offense. This defense, they're starting to learn pretty quickly. This guy is a talented joker at quarterback.
The Bruins want to move quickly. They give him the rock again on second and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins!
And that's exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Shoots it to the left. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
You know, it's difficult for QB sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Unloads to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And that's a frustrating couple plays for this offense. Like, you got the ball in great field position. You are set up to succeed, and 2 straight incompletions. A big third down coming to see if they can maximize this drive.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Robbins. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Fakes the grab. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the Bruins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know.
Oh, he wants it all. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
And his throw is incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Can't connect on his first throw.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Still on his feet at the 40. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
If I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Finds a man on the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, UCLA! They are seizing control and taking away home as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. That is what we call in the industry history, a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something we're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
Coming out with it, it's Miranda. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Fires to the big fella. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Got it in the middle, it's Rojas. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Lewis. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Lewis. Makes the grab and a nice gain, gets it to the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air on first down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to loosen focus and drop that football.
A strike downfield. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got his man quickly. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal. Pushes ahead. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Great job by the defense that time, blowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Tight end finds a soft spot. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that thing.
He'll sneak it. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to blast their way in. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave.
When you get down here in the red zone, when you get close to the end zone and you get goal-to-go situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back. He does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Robbins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. They'll go to the ground. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. On the run, it's Casey. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Looking to fire. Rush is on him. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Now facing a third and long. Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, try to convert through the air. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He'll take it on the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. This should be the last play of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Gives it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Wants to go up top. There's the pressure. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smarts points because he threw into double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Bruins! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Tulane right back to the line.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter,
there he goes. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you've got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Backed up now, here's second and long.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
and this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep end.
Finds a man on the left. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Wants to throw it. Got him downfield. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Tulane looking to put one on the board from the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Looking for the score. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Man, and you kind of wondered when were they going to cover this guy. He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job by the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football there. Broke on the football, almost had the big play.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did. And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Pressure coming. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Here comes the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Weeks like this aren't tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Love the route there by the tight end and man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Touchdown, Tulane! Quick strike through the air for the score. Getting set for the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Syracuse is going to enjoy the trip back to Central New York after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there inside the Dome, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off. But even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And the Bruins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Bruins are facing 3rd and inches. Gives it on the option. He breaks a tackle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs.
42 Spiders.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. They'll run it to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Tosses it incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
He makes the catch at the 10. They'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Looking down the middle. Right on target this time. Turns it on down the left side. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking downfield on first down. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Hits him inside the 20, still going. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Now from inside the red zone. Catch in the middle, it's Lewis. Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, UCLA. How about this defense taking one back to the house? Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver getting open and making the catch, but now you got to secure the football. You know there's going to be guys coming trying to rip it free. They did it. They scooped it. They scored. That's a play he's going to learn from.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Fires left. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Tulane right back to the line. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Green Wave trying to move the chains on third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. They want to throw it. Going deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. After this, it'll be a wrap. The DBs will back off a bit. Back to pass on second down. He'll take another shot here. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much